So you know as much about it as anyone, and you're not even involved. And there's only 2 other people that know the science behind this?
And like, why is there some program that I'm not allowed to know about? I have the highest clearances. I have a need to know. Like, sorry, we can't tell you. Imagine that you say that we've lost control of our airspace. It smells like a pathological level of bureaucratic incompetence.
The Bermuda Triangle has long been shrouded in mystery, whispered about in hushed tones as a place where ships and planes vanish without a trace. Stories abound of alien encounters, rogue waves, and magnetic anomalies, painting a picture of a region defying explanation. But what's the real story behind the Bermuda Triangle?
Can you please find out why there are no technically competent people in an area of national security? And please don't mumble the word stovepipe or need to know.
Thankfully, science has shed some light on the truth, revealing that the disappearances associated with this area can be attributed to a combination of well-understood natural phenomena rather than any single, unexplained force. Let's navigate through some of the common myths and misconceptions surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, separating fact from fiction. One of the most enduring myths is the notion of electronic equipment mysteriously failing upon entering the Bermuda Triangle. Imagine sailing along and suddenly your navigation instruments go haywire, radio crackles with static, and all communication ceases. Sounds like the plot of a sci-fi movie, right? The reality, however, is far less dramatic. The Bermuda Triangle's location places it within a zone susceptible to frequent magnetic storms and solar flares. These solar outbursts release bursts of charged particles that can disrupt Earth's magnetic field, temporarily affecting radio waves and other forms of electronic communication. Think of it like trying to use your phone during a bad solar storm. The signal weakens, cuts in and out, and becomes unreliable. This is precisely what can happen to aircraft and maritime communication systems in the Bermuda Triangle, especially during periods of heightened solar activity. However, it's crucial to remember that these disruptions are temporary and don't explain all disappearances.
Right now, we have a puzzle that our government won't release information to its own scientific community.
While they can certainly add to the challenges of navigation and cause some confusion for those caught in them, they are not a mysterious or unexplained phenomenon. To illustrate this point, let's consider the infamous case of Flight 19 in 1945. 5 US Navy bombers vanished during a training exercise over the Bermuda Triangle. Initial reports mentioned the planes encountering strange compass readings and unusual weather conditions. While the exact cause of the disappearance remains a topic of debate, declassified Navy records and investigative reports point towards pilot error and navigational mistakes as the most likely contributing factors. The possibility of temporary electronic disruptions due to solar activity cannot be entirely ruled out, but it wouldn't have been the sole cause of the tragedy.
You guys keep saying all this stuff is real. You keep saying you've got high quality data that you can't show anybody because it's all stovepipe.
They don't know how to proceed further because they're preventing people from sharing information, which is one of the most important things about science.
Right.
More recently, in 2015, the Norwegian Star cruise ship experienced temporary communication issues while sailing through the Bermuda Triangle. Passengers reported disruptions to their cell phone service and internet connectivity, fueling concerns about the mysterious nature of the region. However, the ship's captain quickly clarified that these issues were due to a technical malfunction with the onboard communication systems, not a mysterious phenomenon unique to the Bermuda Triangle. This incident highlights the importance of verifying information and avoiding attributing common technical glitches to extraordinary explanations. It's important to remember that the Bermuda Triangle is a vast and busy maritime zone. Numerous ships and aircraft traverse the region safely every day. While some incidents have involved equipment malfunctions, attributing them solely to the Bermuda Triangle without considering other contributing factors, such as human error, technological limitations, or even common technical glitches, can be misleading. So the next time you hear about the Bermuda Triangle, remember, it's not some magical vortex that swallows ships and planes whole. It's a real place with very real natural phenomena at play. The Bermuda Triangle's reputation as a graveyard for ships and planes isn't entirely undeserved. While the sensational stories of alien encounters and disappearances without a trace might be exaggerated, the region does pose some very real dangers to vessels traversing its waters. One significant factor is the unpredictable and often extreme weather conditions. The Bermuda Triangle lies in a convergence zone where several weather systems clash, creating a volatile cocktail of sudden squalls, towering waves, and waterspouts. Imagine sailing along on a seemingly calm day when a violent squall erupts out of nowhere, whipping up waves and throwing your boat around like a toy. These sudden bursts of wind can exceed 50 knots, posing a serious threat even to experienced sailors. Waterspouts, swirling columns of air and water that can reach hundreds of feet in height, also lurk in these waters. These twisters can capsize boats, damage equipment, and endanger anyone caught in their path. And if that wasn't enough, winter storms can churn up waves exceeding 30 feet, threatening to overwhelm even large ships. These behemoths can easily break apart or capsize even the most well-prepared vessels. These weather hazards are further compounded by the presence of hidden dangers lurking beneath the surface. Shallow reefs and underwater ridges pose a significant threat to navigation, especially in low visibility conditions like dense fog or heavy rain. Imagine navigating through a treacherous maze of underwater obstacles while blinded by fog, a scenario that significantly increases the risk of accidents. The disappearance of the USS Cyclops in 1918 serves as a chilling reminder of the potential dangers lurking within the Bermuda Triangle. This massive collier ship carrying over 300 people vanished without a trace while sailing through the region. The final message received from the Cyclops indicated encountering heavy weather, possibly including sudden squalls or towering waves. The absence of any distress signals suggests a sudden and catastrophic event, while the presence of uncharted shallows in the area adds another layer of mystery to the story. The Witchcraft yacht suffered a similar fate in 1967. While the exact cause remains unclear, investigators believe the vessel likely encountered a sudden squall or waterspout. The yacht's owner sent a distress message shortly before disappearing, reporting heavy weather and strong winds. These are just a few examples highlighting the very real dangers posed by the Bermuda Triangle. Understanding the interplay of unpredictable weather, hidden hazards, and the potential for human error is crucial for safe navigation in this region. By dispelling the myths and misconceptions surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, we can appreciate the true complexities and challenges this intriguing region presents. Another one of its many mysteries, the disappearances of the Douglas DC-3 in 1952 and the SS Marine Sulphur Queen in 1963, stand out as particularly enigmatic. By piecing together the facts and investigative insights, we can attempt to shed some light on these baffling cases, though definitive answers may still elude us. Let's start with the Douglas DC-3, which vanished off the radar on a routine flight from Puerto Rico to Florida on February 28, 1952. With 37 people aboard, the aircraft disappeared about 100 miles east of Miami. The last message from the pilot hinted at unusual compass readings and a struggle with heavy weather. Despite extensive searches, no trace of the plane or its passengers was ever found, leaving the cause of its disappearance a mystery. Several factors could have contributed to this tragedy. The Bermuda Triangle is notorious for its unpredictable weather, which could easily disorient even the most experienced pilot or cause structural damage to an aircraft. The pilot's report of unusual compass readings adds another layer of mystery, suggesting possible magnetic anomalies or navigational errors. However, without concrete evidence, we can only speculate about mechanical failures or other technical issues that might have played a role. Fast forward to 1963, and the SS Marine Sulphur Queen faces a similar fate. Departing from Beaumont, Texas with a cargo of elemental sulfur, the freighter was bound for Norfolk, Virginia. Yet, after setting sail on February 2nd, it vanished near the Florida Keys 2 days later, leaving behind no distress signals, wreckage, or clues. The sea's unpredictable nature, the possibility of the cargo shifting and compromising the ship's stability, or even pre-existing structural vulnerabilities, could have contributed to its sudden disappearance. While it's tempting to attribute these vanishings solely to the mystique of the Bermuda Triangle, it's important to remember that the ocean is a vast and unpredictable force. Factors like severe weather, human error, and the limitations of technology often intersect in tragic ways. These disappearances underscore the perpetual challenges and dangers of maritime and air travel, reminding us of the need for continuous advancements in safety and a deep respect for the ocean's power.